Yeah, yeah, yeet, yeah, 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 yeet, yeah, yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah, 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 yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah.
Hey Terry, you want some?
This video that you're about to watch is the shorter version of my video on Patreon. So if you want to see the full version of this video, go subscribe to my Patreon. The link's in the description. In this video, I exposed 3 of Yeet's characters, and one of them is a death faker as well. So go watch this video because in the shortened version on YouTube, I'm only going to be exposing one of his characters. So if you want to know more information about that, go watch the full version of this video on my Patreon. And we also have a new video on Patreon exposing Christmas and how Christmas is the celebration of your downfall. So go watch this video as well. There's a lot of deep information in this video that we don't really talk about on YouTube. And we also have new videos exposing Jim Carrey and Jay Leno as well. And we also have a numerology ebook that you can purchase on our Patreon. And we have a 35% off coupon right now for all of our Patreon members. All of our Celestial tier members get all of our ebooks for free, but every other member gets a 35% off coupon once you join. So if you want 35% off on both of our ebooks, join the Patreon and you get access to this code. And we also have a numerology calendar out now. This calendar is very important because 2025 is about to start, and you can use this calendar so you can succeed in your everyday life. Because if you read the numerology ebook, then you know about numbers and how they apply to you in your everyday life. So this is why we're offering the calendar to help you out every single day throughout the year. And when you buy the calendar, you get a 50% off coupon on the numerology ebook. So if you want an even bigger discount, buy the calendar first and then you can get this 50% off coupon. And we also have a free video on our Patreon explaining the calendar so that you guys can know what it means and how it works. And this video is available to everybody that's interested in the calendar. This video will teach you the basics about numerology and how the calendar works. But if you want way more information about every single number, go get the numerology ebook and the calendar. The links are in the description below. Also, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting my channel. I recently hit 100,000 subscribers, and I will be doing a live stream very soon to celebrate. And we're also going to be doing a giveaway, and the giveaway will be announced in the live stream. So stay tuned for the live stream. It's coming very soon. And again, if you guys want to watch the full version of this video, the link's in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here's the video. In this video, I will be exposing Yeet and all of his characters because I found 2 of his other characters, and most of you guys probably don't even know who this is. I've never heard a song from this guy up until now, just to do some research on why this character is so famous. And I have to say, after listening to a few songs, his music is really bad, and I can see exactly what they're doing with this character. They created Yeet to dumb people down. I mean, Yeet was literally one of the dumbest memes 10 years ago. So in this video, I'll be exposing Yeet and all of his characters. And then I'm also going to be exposing his agenda, because it's very obvious that his agenda is to dumb people down, specifically the children. And it's very obvious that he's an industry plant as well, because I've never even heard of this guy up until like 2 years ago when you guys started asking me to make a video about him. And I found out who his other characters were instantly, you know, way back in 2022, but I never made a video about it because I just couldn't find myself interested in this dumb character. You know, it's very obvious that this character was created to dumb people down, and I have a lot of proof to back this up. You know, like I said, the Yeet meme was a really dumb meme 10 years ago, and I will be exposing more information about that towards the end of the video. So make sure you guys watch this entire video, and be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're almost to 100,000 subs, and make sure you turn on post notifications as well. So let's get into the video. As you guys can see, it's very obvious that Yeet is based off of Rob Kardashian. In these 2 pictures, they look exactly alike. You know, he's just a younger, newer version of Rob Kardashian. In these comparisons, I'm showing you guys younger pictures of them so that you can really see the resemblance, because when Rob Kardashian was younger, he looked exactly like Yeet when he was younger. And this one's really obvious. You know, like I said, as soon as I seen Yeet, I instantly knew who his other character was, because he looks exactly like Rob Kardashian, and they even dress alike. And I'm gonna get to that later. But anyways, here's some more comparisons. And the funny thing about Rob Kardashian's character is that when he was younger, he was really skinny, like Yeet. But as he started to get older, he started to get fatter and fatter, right? So here's some comparisons of Rob Kardashian as he started getting fatter. And even then, he still resembles Yeet. You know, they even have the same eyes, the same nose, the same mouth, the same chin, even the same facial hair. This one's really obvious. And it's funny that Rob Kardashian started getting fatter as he got older, because we see now that Yeet is getting fatter as he gets older as well. So here's a good comparison of both of them and how they look now. They're both fat and they still look exactly alike. So this is what Yeet looks like right now. As you can see, he's getting fatter, and they like to make a lot of edits of this character. So I found this edit where they made him fatter, and in this picture he looks even more like Rob Kardashian, because he looks like he's about the same weight as Rob Kardashian, especially in the face. So this picture made it very obvious to compare him to the fatter version of Rob Kardashian, because Yeet isn't that fat yet, but he might get there later, considering that his other character did as well. And also their other character is fat as well, but I'm gonna get to that at the end of the video. So here's another really good comparison of these two characters. You can see they have the same eyes as well, so that makes this one very easy to see. And like I said earlier, these two characters even dress alike. You know, when I was looking at their pictures, I noticed that they both have many pictures wearing New York hats. As you can see, they're both wearing a New York hat right here, and they look so much alike as well. So not only do these two characters look so much alike, but they also share the same gematria. So Yeet equals 11 in the Chaldean cipher, just like Rob. So they both have the same gematria of 11 in the same cipher. Then we see that their real names also share the same gematria. So Yeet's real name is Noah Olivier Smith. He has a very weird name, but I'm gonna get to that later, because they always have weird names because they need their names to have a certain number in gematria to match with their other characters and whatever agendas they have planned for that character. Yeet's first name Noah matches up with Rob Kardashian's first name Rob. Noah and Rob both equal 111 in the same cipher. So now let's talk about his name, right? I hate saying his name because it's so cringe and it reminds me of 2015 and 2014, because his name is recycled from a video that went viral in 2014. So in spring of 2014, a video on Vine, which doesn't exist anymore, you know, now TikTok is the new Vine. You know, TikTok is basically Vine recycled. Everything in this matrix is recycled. This is why the rapper Yeet has that name, you know, and it's recycled from this dumb meme. A video went viral on Vine in 2014. It was a 6-second dance by a kid named Lil Meatball. So it doesn't get any dumber than that. You know, the fact that this video is only 6 seconds and the character that made this dance is called Lil Meatball, that shows how they're trying to dumb society down. And this is why I said that this rapper Yeet is also trying to dumb people down, because his name is recycled from this dumb video. So here's the Vine video that went viral in 2014.
Yeah, yeah, yeet, yeah, 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 yeet, yeah, yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah, 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 yeet, yeah, yeet, yeah.
So this video is very symbolic. The fact that he does a sniper pose is very symbolic, and I'm going to talk about that later on in the video, because this rapper Yeet is connected to a very dark agenda, and so is this video. But first, let's talk about how dumb this trend was. You know, first that video came out. After that video came out, people started doing the dab and saying this word, and as you can see, they had Luigi doing this, and notice how he's doing one eye symbolism. And if you notice the symbolism of this dance move, it's similar to the Nike sign, right? It's like a check, and that check is a symbol that represents Saturn. You know, the rings of Saturn make a check, especially because they always show it tilted. So this is why Nike is not a good brand to wear, because it represents Saturn, because we're in a Saturnian matrix, and Saturn is another word for Satan. We have an entire video about this on our Patreon. I recommend you guys join the Patreon and watch that video to understand more about Satan, Saturn, and Santa, because all three of these things are the same. The link to our Patreon is in the description below. So anyways, like I said, this was a very dumb agenda, and it was created to dumb people down, just like the rapper Yeet. And how I know this dance is very satanic, here's a video of Bill G doing this. He's doing this because he's doing the Saturn right in your face.
Bill, can you do the dab real quick? Damn, Bill! Back at it again with the dab.
So I can't say his full name because they're very sensitive about me exposing that character. If you've been subbed to my channel for the past couple years, you guys remember that I exposed him and they actually removed that video. So if you guys want to watch my Bill video, join the Patreon. I ended up re-uploading it over there because they took it down from here. But yeah, this dance is very satanic and it's very dumb. This dance started on Vine and now they recycled Vine into TikTok where people are dancing in these little videos. And TikTok is the new Vine, which means everything that you see on TikTok is created to dumb you down as well. So this is why I don't recommend being on TikTok. There's no truth on there. I've seen so much damage control on there. I mean, the fact that Vine used to be 6 seconds and TikTok used to be like that too, this shows that they're trying to lower your attention span. And it's the same thing with this rapper Yeet. His songs are very short and there's no substance in his music. So anyways, like I said, they have people doing these dumb little dances on this dumb little app and people don't even realize that they're enslaving themselves by doing this, because back in slavery they had the slaves dancing for their entertainment. So now you have all of these idiots on TikTok being a slave and dancing for other people's entertainment. It's a new form of slavery, and when the metaverse comes out, it's really going to be a digital form of slavery. They're just preparing people for that right now, but I'm gonna talk about that later because that's another video for my Patreon, so be sure to join the Patreon. So now let's move on to the other things that they started using this word for. They ended up making this meme called Yeet or be yeeted, which again is very symbolic because then they made it a joke to throw something. You know, a video went viral on Vine again in 2014 of a girl throwing a soda can into a hallway.
Hey Terry, you want some?
So the meaning of yeet started being about throwing something, right? By saying yeet or be yeeted, you're basically saying throw somebody or you will be thrown. You know, it's like a eat or be eated. That's why the word eat is in yeet. So then they ended up developing this meme of a mother throwing her child and being happy about it. As you guys can see, they made so many memes about this. I'm not going to read them because they're very dumb and disturbing. But of course, they have a melanated woman doing this. You know, they always have to push that agenda. But yeah, there's so many memes about this. And they're even still using this till this day. You know, there's still new memes of this still being circulated, which shows that they're still trying to dumb people down and push this agenda on mothers. So now let's get back into how this connects to the rapper Yeet. So most people might think, oh, it's just a coincidence that his name is Yeet after the meme, you know, because the meme was like 10 years ago. But no, nothing is a coincidence in this matrix. Everything here is recycled. This is why all of the celebrities are recycled. All of my videos are showing you that they're recycling the same celebrities over and over. You know, Yeet is just a recycled version of Rob Kardashian and another character that I'll get to later on in the video. So to prove that this character's name is recycled from this meme, we can see that 2 years ago, Yeet put out a song called Yeet, and it's spelled with the 2 E's just like the meme. And nothing is hidden in this matrix, so this is why celebrities have to admit this stuff. So it doesn't get any more obvious than that. He's admitting to you in plain sight that his name is recycled from this dumb meme because his character has the same agenda as that meme. You know, he wants to dumb you down. His music is really dumb. If you really listen to his music, you have to be really dumb to even enjoy that, or you have to be a child because this dumb stuff is always promoted to children. This is why that Yeet meme was only promoted to children and teenagers during that time, which is why I even know about it. But if you're older than that, you don't even know about this stuff because it's not promoted to you. This stuff is to dumb down the younger generations so that they can stay dumb the rest of their life. So by me making these videos, I'm trying to break you out of this dumb cycle that they want to keep you in by bringing you this knowledge, because knowledge is power. Always remember that. So if you watch my videos, and especially if you watch my Patreon videos, then you really know about the knowledge, and then you can use that knowledge to have more power and maneuver better in the matrix. This is why I recommend you guys buy our book about numerology on our Patreon, because you can really use that knowledge to your advantage in this matrix. The link's in the description below. So anyways, now let's talk about the gematria connections with this way of spelling Yeet. So when Yeet is spelled with 2 E's, you can see that it still matches up to Rob with the number 15 in the same cipher. And then we see that Yeet also matches up with Rob in 2 other ciphers. As you can see, Yeet is 19 and 17 and Rob is 17 and 19, which is the same numbers. And then Rob Kardashian's birthday is March 17th and Yeet equals 17 in gematria. And on top of that, Yeet's last name is Smith, and Smith also equals 17 in gematria, just like how Rob Kardashian was born on the 17th. And then even when you spell Yeet correctly, you know how the rapper spells it, you can see that it still matches up to Rob Kardashian's date of birth because he was born in 1987 and Yeet equals 87 in gematria. So Rob Kardashian's real name is Robert Kardashian. And as you can see, Yeet was born on February 26th and Robert equals 26 in gematria. So these characters are highly connected. And remember this number because later on, I'm going to connect this number with their other character in so many different ways. It's really shocking. So now let's talk about how both of these characters were born in the same state. So Rob Kardashian was born in Los Angeles, California, and Yeet is from Irvine, California. So both of these characters are from California. And now let's talk about the Kanye West connection. So as you can see, Lil Uzi made a post shouting out Yeet on his Instagram, right? And Kanye liked the post. And then we see that Yeet also previewed a song that samples Kanye. So Yeet is very connected to Kanye, which is a direct connection to the Kardashian family because Kanye was married to Kim Kardashian. As you can see, Kanye has this picture with Kim and Rob Kardashian. So this is a direct connection to his other character. This is why Yeet is very connected to Kanye. And I bet he's going to end up having a song with Kanye in the future so that they can keep this connection going. So now let's talk about the symbolism that this character does. Because this character is very symbolic and he has many pictures pointing a gun to his head, and this symbolizes 3 things. For now I'm just going to point out 2 things and I'm going to get to the third one later on in the video because it connects to his other character. But first let's talk about how this symbolism represents how he's dumbing down the consciousness of all of his fans and anybody that listens to his music. I talked about this before. The reason they point a gun to the head, they're letting you know that they're killing your consciousness with their content. So by listening to his music, you're dumbing yourself down, and that's exactly what they want. They want to kill your consciousness so that they can conquer you and keep you a slave the rest of your life. It's a war for your mind. This is what Morpheus was telling Neo in the Matrix, that it's a war for your mind and the prize is your soul. So by them conquering your mind, they can then devour your soul. You know, I've said this before, celebrities are Luciferian demons that harvest souls. This is why there's not many people with souls walking around nowadays. They've all been devoured already. So if you're one of the rare individuals like me that have a soul, you're 1 in a million. You know, there's not many of us. And if you watch my videos on Patreon, then you should already know this because I have many videos showing you guys proof of this. You know, we have videos on our Patreon showing you proof of NPCs and soulless beings amongst us. So join the Patreon. The link's in the description. The second meaning behind this symbolism, he's being symbolic of him faking his death. So as you can see, his real name is Noah. Noah and death have the same gematria in 2 ciphers. This can't be a coincidence. Noah and death are both 38 and 20 in gematria, and this character puts it in plain sight every time. This character has so many pictures letting you know that he's dumbing down the consciousness, and this is why his music is so dumb. He has a song called Twizzy, and I don't even know what that means, and I don't want to know because it's just something dumb. You know, he doesn't even spell things correctly. He uses accent marks on words that don't even need accent marks. You know, they're purposely doing this stuff to dumb you down. I mean, the fact that his name is Yeet. Yeet is a slang word that was created by a dumb meme. It's not even a real word. So this is what they're doing, man. This guy is really dumbing people down. I mean, why would you dress like this? What kind of shoes even are these? People need to question this stuff. There's so many people that blindly follow celebrities and they don't even realize that they're dumbing you down. So here's some more photos of him pointing a gun to his consciousness, letting you know he's dumbing you down. Right here, he's taking a photo with a fan, and the fan is even doing it not knowing that he's doing this to let you know that he's dumbing you down. So this fan is really dumb and brainwashed and doesn't even see what's going on here. And you can even see with his shirt, you know, Yeet is wearing this shirt that says Mastermind World, and it has 3 Skull and Bones logos in plain sight. So they don't even have to hide this stuff anymore, man. They're doing it in plain sight and people are so dumb they don't even see it. So right here, he's doing the black and white symbolism along with the killing of of the consciousness. And right here, he's doing one eye symbolism. And here he is doing one eye symbolism again. The one eye symbolism lets you know that they're trying to block your third eye. This is why they cover one eye. So whenever you see this, they're letting you know that they're here to deceive you and dumb you down, to devour your soul. Here he is doing one eye symbolism again in plain sight. I mean, how dumb do you have to be to not see this? And of course, his other character, Rob Kardashian, also has a photo doing this, where he's doing the one eye symbolism in plain sight. And here is Yeet doing it in plain sight again. And then here we see that he's doing the hidden hand symbolism. As you can see, he's hiding one hand in his jacket, and this symbolizes how they have a hidden agenda. The hidden hand is a hidden agenda. You know, they have hidden intentions. So basically, when you see this, it's another sign that they're deceiving you, that they're letting you know they have hidden intentions which are to deceive you. This is why many deceitful celebrities in the past have done the hidden hand symbolism right in your face, and they still do it to this day. There's so many photos I have of them doing that. I'm gonna do a compilation on my Patreon. So anyways, here's another photo where he's doing the one eye symbolism right in your face, and this is even the cover of the video. Here he is doing it a bit more subtle and hidden. You know, he's covering one eye with a shadow, which is still one eye symbolism. And then again right here, he's doing it in plain sight. So again, you have to be really dumb to not even see this stuff. And I noticed that this character wears a mask a lot. As you can see, he's always wearing some type of mask to cover his identity. Here he is wearing the mask again, and this mask is very symbolic because this mask symbolizes that you're about to do something bad. You know, this is why Pooh Shiesty started this, and they call it a shiesty mask, but it's actually called a ski mask. And there's so many other celebrities that have wore this, like PGF Nook, Snoop Dogg, Kodak, and NBA Youngboy, and many more celebrities have wore this. And as you can see, they all look evil while wearing this, because when somebody wears this, it symbolizes that they're about to go do a crime. You know, they're about to go do something very bad. And that's what these rappers promote. You know, they promote all these bad things. And Pooh Shiesty, the one that started this trend, calls it a shiesty mask, and his name has shiesty inside of it. And shiesty means someone untrustworthy, deceitful, dishonest, or shady in their behavior or actions. So they're letting you know that they have shady, untrustworthy, and deceitful actions. So when you see someone covering their face like this, they're symbolically letting you know that they're here to deceive you and that they're shady people. You know, back in the day, if you've seen somebody wearing a mask and going into a store, everybody would assume that that person is about to go rob that store. Ironically, Yeet's other character is Rob Kardashian. But anyway, you know, back in the day, people would think that, but now, due to 2020, they've made it okay to wear a mask. You know, the events that took place in 2020 were purposely done. Everyone that wore a mask was a sheep, and they were doing this to get you used to seeing people's face covered up, because when somebody's wearing a mask, they're hiding their intentions and they're hiding their identity, so you don't even know who that person is anymore. And I talked about that a lot in my recent video on Patreon. I highly recommend you guys watch this video. I broke down the truth about Halloween and the purge, so go watch this video. I talked about this exact topic that I'm talking about right now, but I went deeper because I can't say too much on YouTube, so go watch that video. The link to my Patreon is in the description. So anyways, in 2020, this mask had many agendas, and this was one of them: to normalize shady clothing, which involves covering your mouth and your entire face in general. So I do find it interesting that Yeet has many pictures with a mask, and one of the only pictures that Rob Kardashian has on his Instagram is him wearing a mask. But of course, this was taken during 2020, so people aren't going to question it, but it's still a connection, because like I said, 2020 was used to normalize this type of behavior. This is why Pooh Shiesty got big in 2021. So here we see Yeet wearing this mask again while pointing a gun to his head, and the gun symbolism is very symbolic because this character is promoting some type of agenda. I have to be very symbolic here because I can't talk about this too much on YouTube, but if you watch my Patreon, you guys know what I'm saying. So in his recent album cover, we can see a white horse and a black horse, and both of these horses are symbolic to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. In the background, you can see a White House burning, which is symbolic to the White House in the US. And then we see that there's a monster truck with the red, white, and blue symbolism, just like the American flag. And even the car that is under it also has the red, white, and blue symbolism. And there's a skull spray painted on that car. So this is all very symbolic. You know, I can't say too much, but I will say it's not a coincidence coincidence that this character is wearing this mask and he's wearing these army pants. You know, if you guys understand what I'm saying, they have a raw planned, you know, raw backwards is what they have planned. And I can't say too much, but go watch this video. I talked about that agenda way more in this video. You know, Patreon is somewhere where I can expose this stuff without being censored. So join the Patreon, the link's in the description. But yeah, this character is hinting at that agenda. You know, this is why he's always wearing these grimy masks. And right here, he took this photo that is very deceitful. You know, not only is it in black and white, he's wearing a mask on the back of his head and he has a chain on the back. So it looks like he's facing forward, but he's actually facing backward. You know, once again, letting you know he's here to deceive you and send you in the backwards direction. Here he is being very symbolic with this mask. You know, this looks very evil. When you see somebody dressed like this and they walk into a store, like I said, you assume that they're about to rob the place. So you just can't trust somebody that's dressed like this. And that's why Shiesty promoted this. You know, Shiesty literally means deceitful and dishonest. So now let's get deeper into how demonic this character is. He has this music video where his eyes are completely black. And when they do this, they're letting you know that they're demonic beings. They're not humans and they don't have a soul. This is why they're here to devour your soul. They need your energy to survive. And he's letting you know he's not human. He's always doing this alien symbolism. Right here you can see his name in all green and there's a UFO. And then he has this other cover that is very demonic and he's in the middle of the desert at midnight and there's a full moon. And you guys know they do rituals on the full moon. I talked about that last year on Halloween with my Matthew Perry video because he died around Halloween and right at the full moon. And as you guys can see, there's these 3 Grim Reapers all around him, you know, very symbolic and very demonic. And another demonic thing he does is this bell symbolism. So he has a bunch of bells and bells are symbolic to the deity Baal. You know, it's the same word, it's pronounced the same exact way. And as you can see by the picture above, this deity devours children. You know, they even call this deity a fertility deity, but it's way nastier than that. You know, this deity devours them. And this is symbolic to how they devoured your soul, because the soul is very innocent and childlike and they devour that, man. So don't lose your soul. Stop idolizing and worshiping celebrities, because this is actually what you're worshiping. You're worshiping some nasty dark deities that are behind the celebrities, because the celebrities' vessels are just puppets. You know, there's a deity behind that is sucking up all your energy. And they let you know in plain sight, man. He has this logo for Lifestyle Co. that has a circle with a pyramid and an eye, and then it says always watching. And this is a reference to the things I talk about on Patreon. You know, I can't say too much, but my G stalking videos are about this. So join the Patreon and watch those videos. I can't say too much on here. Now let's talk about Rob Kardashian and the symbolism with the word Rob. You know, there's a robot called Rob that they used to sell for Nintendo. And most people just know this character from Super Smash Brothers because they had this character in there. And that name is really nasty, by the way. It's called Smash Brothers, but I'm not going to talk about that too much right now. So anyways, this was an actual robot that you can buy for your Nintendo system. It was for the NES or NES, and it was a robot called Rob. And then later on in 2010, they made a show called Rob the Robot. So I bring this up because Rob Kardashian, you know, his real name is Robert, but he purposely shortened it to Rob because they want to do this robot programming, and they're really rolling it out, man. There's so many influencers I see promoting the robot, and they're using memes to get people to accept Elon's robots. You know, I talked about this in my recent live stream. Go watch this live stream. The link's in the description. Everything you need to know about robots and the predictive programming is in this live stream. We even talked about Rob the Robot in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And again, if you want to watch the full version of this video, join the Patreon, because the full version of this video has way more information about Yeet's other characters. I exposed 3 of his characters in this video, along with his Death Faker character. And I showed more information as well because his Death Faker character did predictive programming of the entire Diddy situation that we see right now. So go watch the full version of this video. The link's in the description below. This video is almost 40 minutes long because there was so much information about his Death Faker character. Thank you all for your support on YouTube and Patreon. And like I said, we will be doing a live stream very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.